Get that out of the way.
Your offense obviously gets a lot of praise, but how pleased are you with the way the defense has played the last couple of games out here?
Defense wins championships, and we've won the last 2 championships in this league because of our defense, and they've really continued the same thing. There's a lot of new guys in there. You know, Casey's not here, Spence isn't here, Brennan Bear isn't here, Kenny Rowe isn't here, Talmadge isn't here. But I think the young guys that have got an opportunity to play have really stepped up, and I'm really happy with how they're playing right now.
You mentioned the young guys that play too. How important is that for the growth of the program?
It's huge, and we knew that before the season started. We only have 10 seniors, so you know we're one of the youngest teams out there. But that's not an excuse. You know, I think some people talk about their youth and just say, well, next year is going to be the year. Every year is going to be the year here, and we'll have a chance to compete. But it's how those young guys come along, and I think they've done a really good job.
Chip, with an inexperienced defense, you know, going into the season, have they met your expectations of what you wanted from them so far?
Yeah, they have. You know, the one thing, our expectation, no matter how old you are or how young you are or whatever, is that you play hard and play with great effort. And that's the one thing those guys have really done is week in and week out they've played with great effort. And I think part of us limiting a lot of the big plays that occur in college football is because we got a lot of guys running to the ball, and that's what our guys have been doing.
What do you look at right now as sort of the strength of the defense and what you need to get better at?
I look at their strength as their effort, number one. And I also think that they really have a great grasp of the system that Coach Aliotti and the rest of those defensive coaches have put in, and they got a real good understanding of it. And we got a lot of real young guys out there contributing and doing a great job. You know, we're into 7-8 games in, and they're really performing really well. And I think, you know, when you see a thrown ball, there's always 2 or 3 guys around them. Now, sometimes they may make the catch, but our guys are limiting the runs after the catch, and that's part of effort and part of the knowledge of the scheme. So.
How would you describe your pacing so far this year as compared to last season? Are you happy with how quickly you guys have been running plays?
It depends. You know, it really depends on how the refs in those individual games are going to spot the ball. So, you know, most of the time we're waiting, and we got to play however they determine they want to play the game. But I think so far it's been pretty good for us. No, they run the same offense, and there's so much tape on Lobestall, so it's not like, well, we haven't really seen this guy. Marshall's been around for a long time, and it really has done a really, really nice job in subbing in, and I thought Jeff was one of the real top quarterbacks coming into this league, and was expecting a big year from him. And for Marshall to step in, it's also a compliment to their scheme. I think they're running the ball better than they have in the past, and they've got, you know, 3 really, really good wideouts in Carstetter and Marquise and Barton that are really, you know, can cause some problems and matchup problems for you. So they're doing a good job on the offensive side of the ball.
I know you have high expectations, but you didn't get.
Yeah, we have very high expectations for him, you know, and I think Brian did a nice job. The biggest thing with our quarterback is making sure that you let things happen. You don't have to make it happen, and I don't think Brian really forced the issue. I thought he did a nice job of managing the game, you know, and playing within himself, and that's what we asked him to do, and that's what he did.